We live. We live. Let's get it. We have some seller calls here today. Um, I'm going to be jumping on. I have a call coming up here shortly for a house that we have under contract that I'm going to have to either renegotiate or cancel on this call. I miss y'all, man. I miss these live streams. I miss calling sellers. I miss, just getting after it. I know we just went live again on Friday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's been too long. I'm working on being just more consistent doing this. I've tailored my schedule to be able to call frequently, to call live daily. That's one of my goals, is to just call sellers live daily. Still calling sellers every day, but at least 45 minutes to an hour here on live, just making calls, showing you guys the ins and outs of this business, where we're at in the process, and how things look like in a real way. If you're not in the free Discord community, make sure you guys click the link below. Join that free Discord community. It charges you nothing. There's a lot of free resources in the group. You'll get our free you'll get our free motivation ebook. You'll get our free MAO calculator. You'll get our free creative underwriting template, which I use on a daily basis. I use all those tools on a daily basis. If you sign up for the free Discord community, if you're already in the free Discord community and don't have those resources, sign up anyways, and it's going to send you my system's going to send you those emails over the next 4 or 5 days. If you want to learn how to talk to sellers, how I talk to sellers, use the exact framework that I use, ask the right questions that I use, and just follow the process. If you click the link below, the Deal Magnet Closer Bundle is only $27 for a short amount of time. The prices are going to go up this weekend. Make sure you guys grab that. You're going to see, if you already have grabbed that, you're going to see, as I'm having conversations, I follow the exact framework that I put in that bundle every single call. I want all my calls to sound the same from a specific framework. So let's get it. Let me get my dialer started here. I may need to pause the dialer here in the next 5 minutes or so, because I'm waiting on the seller to call me back. Because like I said, we are under contract. And I will need to renegotiate. Right now we have 13 deals under contract, y'all. 13 deals under contract with $175K estimated in assignments for the next 45 to 60 days. If you're wholesaling, if you just started wholesaling, you're like, what the heck? How the heck can I get $175,000 in deals closed in 60 days? Trust me, it takes consistency, getting on the phones every single day and following up with people who you never know when they're going to say yes, right? Like 2 out of those 13, maybe more. I'm sure more of them. I have to go back and do the math, but out of those 13 deals, I have followed up with almost every single one of them 7 to 10 times plus. More than 7 to 10 times, right? So it's constant follow-ups, constant conversations. They tell you no one day, they may tell you yes the next day, okay? So the fortune is in the follow-up. The money's in the follow-up. As you talk to more people, as you have more conversations, as you build your pipeline, the deals start to flow, right? It's a numbers game. I know if I have 15 conversations every single day, I will leave that week with 3 contracts minimum. So what's my goal? It's to have 15 conversations minimum every single day. Okay, my actual goal is 20 conversations every single day, because that's a contract day, right? So make sure you guys are tracking your numbers and showing up to make calls every single day. Consistency doesn't look like I'm the best of the best every day. Consistency is I show up no matter how I feel every single day. So let's get it. Let me see a 1 in the chat if y'all are with me, if y'all can hear me, if y'all are ready to close some deals. Here's some deals get closed. Let me see one in the chat. Let me see who's with me in the chat. I'm getting my list prepared right now. And we'll get started here in a bit. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I may just take that first call right away with that renegotiating call right away. So we'll see how that goes as well. I'm under contract with him for 180. He told us that the house was in great condition, right? So I just took his word for it. He said it was in great condition. All right, cool. Let's go with that. I always trust their word before I go see the property, right? So I'll come up with an agreement. I'll ask you what's the price, what's the condition, and we'll come up with terms. I'll do my analysis on what the house is worth based on what they told me. Right now, if you told me one thing and we go to the property and it's a completely different situation, I'm gonna go renegotiate and get the price down as low as I possibly can because you told me something that wasn't true, right? So now I'm gonna go back. So that's what we're gonna do here. He said the house was in livable condition. He said he was just living there. It's in good condition. And when we went to go walk it, it looked like a hoarder house. So there was boxes everywhere, trash everywhere. It's gonna cost $5K in dumpsters alone, right? So we're at $185K purchase. I need to get him down to like $100,000. So I planted some seeds. We're gonna go in for that 80K price reduction, and I can just, since we're a couple minutes away from when I'm supposed to call him, let me just call him now. You guys actually seen me get this deal under contract live. This is one in Kansas City. So I'm gonna call them right now and get it locked up. Let's see what we can do. And if not, it's okay. I'm ready to walk away from the deal. We have 12 more. Let me know if y'all can hear this. One in the chat if you can hear the ringing. It's kind of low, but let me know.
Telephone number 8.
Antonio says, what CRM do you use and why? Right now, we use REI Unlock. I am in the process of building my own CRM, though. So stay tuned. I will, once I have my own CRM built, give me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'll have my own CRM built, and I'll start pushing that out to everybody in the Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you jump in the Discord and you'll get first access to the new CRM that I'm getting created here. So let me start the dialer. They didn't let me double dial, and I sent them a text. But let me double dial and see if that works.
Hello.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, we're just finishing eating dinner and Jim's sitting over at a different table. Can we call you back in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we'll call you right back.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Rama says, in your community, are there call reviews? Yes, we do call reviews in our community. Yassine actually just dropped a call in there today, and I let him know I'll get him a call calibration by tomorrow. So yes, we do call calibrations. Dialer is starting. Oh, I chose the wrong dialer. Give me a second. Boom, conversations. I'm really upset, chat. I'm really upset because I had a fire video that was on YouTube. Fire video on YouTube that came from one of our live streams. We locked up a deal live on there, showed how to text blast live on there, and YouTube they took the video down, man. So learned a lesson. I can't show contact information. I can't show the house address. So I'll be limiting sharing my screens. I know it's difficult, but I'll be limited sharing the screens here. Let me know if y'all can hear that. We're good? We're good? 7 in the chat if you can hear that. 7 in the chat if you can hear the ring. Let me see 7. Spam 7s.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Spam 7s. Spam 7s. Spam 7s if you can hear the phone ringing. All right, cool. We got a 7. All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Happy Monday, y'all. Who's making calls today? Who made some calls today and talked to some sellers? Let me know. Who made some calls today? Made some offers today? Let me know in the chat. Say me in the chat if you made some offers today. Talk to me. This is how we get deals. That's how we got 13 contracts signed in the last 30 days by literally making offers all day. I don't have a huge team. I don't have it's me that's getting the contract signed. All right.
I'm sorry.
Have some people pushing them up. Have some lead managers that are pushing leads up and setting appointments for me. AI setting appointments for me. But you don't need a huge team to get traction like this. If it's just you and you put the time in and make the calls all day, you can do this.
Hello?
Hey Jasmine, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Daryl. We had spoke in the past about the house. I know you were having issues with your ex about getting them to sign and everything. Did you make any progress on that?
No, and actually I had to file a restraining order against him, so that's kind of dead in the water.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you look into the partition sale that I recommended?
I'm just gonna keep going on the course of where I'm going.
What course is that?
Bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy?
Yeah.
So you're planning to keep the house, or?
No, I'm discarding it.
You're just gonna let the bank take it back?
Yeah.
Got it. Man, that's tough. Yeah, I wish I could help in another way. Sorry
Yeah, and
about
he's
that.
also changed the locks to everything, so I don't even have access to the property anymore.
Oh, I thought you were living there.
I moved out because he said he wanted to come and go as he pleases, and he's been abusive, and he's starting to cut my fingers off. So, yeah, I need to get out of there.
Well, I'm glad you're safe and away
Yeah.
from him. Yeah. Well, sorry about that.
I needed to vacate.
Yeah. Well, you stay safe. God bless you. And I, just praying for the best for you that you're out of the situation. Don't have to deal with that craziness anymore.
That's the idea. Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, Jasmine.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so a little bit about that lead. She's been in our system. She was an inbound lead. She came from TikTok or Facebook, one of them. But she has a house that she was looking to sell. She was going to sell it to us on terms, but found out that her fiance or ex-fiance now ran off with another woman like twice her age, and he refuses to sign anything. He refuses to talk to them. He refuses to do really anything, and I suggested a partition sale, but she's just gonna let the bank take the house back. There's not much we can do here. Um, One second, I have one of our sellers is calling me that we're under contract with. Let me give him a call back. That was weird. Why the hell he called me? He didn't. All right, let's get back on the dialer. That kind of threw me off a little bit. My phone said I got a call, but the system showed that we didn't. I really like around this time too because most people are off work on the East Coast, getting off of work on the West Coast, where I'm at, and it's still super bright outside. So, great time to talk to people. Great time to talk to people. Now, I usually tell people when people ask, well, when's the best time to call sellers? And my answer to that is whenever your phone's
Your
on.
call has been forwarded to voicemail.
If your
The
phone's
person you're
on,
trying to reach is not available.
if your phone can make calls, if you have a system, people are awake, it's not after 8, 9 o'clock, it's time to call sellers. It's a great time to talk to people. As long as it's not super early, super late.
Hey, Scott, leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Well, this shouldn't be here because it's sold on the market. Yeah, that shouldn't be in my dialer. It's already sold.
Please leave your message for 97289.
Hey, Misty? Hey, Misty, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, this is Daryl. I was calling about the house on Dogwood. Were you still looking to sell that?
No, I'm not. Thank you.
What changed? Oh, you hang up pretty fast. Sound lady? You said not interested anymore. I always want to figure out what changed. Some of these leads that are on my dialer right now, for whatever reason,
Your call has been forwarded to
talked
an
to them.
automated voice messaging.
and I've already moved them to where they're supposed to go. So I already knew that she wasn't interested, and she was already in my cold leads. So I asked her, what changed, and It's super important that we always want to figure out what changed, what makes them not want to sell anymore. A lot of times it's just because they didn't get the offer that they wanted. Nobody really explained to them how the process works. Let's get somebody on the phone, baby.
Please leave your message for.
Hi, this is Evelyn, and sorry I missed your call.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Please leave your message for 3372876.
Hello?
I was just about to text you. Sorry about that, man. I just been back to back days. I'm out here going through all my text messages.
All good, bro. All good, bro. I am live on YouTube right now calling sellers just to let you know so people hear you.
Okay, what's up, guys?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I said TTP, talking to people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you see that text I sent you though?
Yes, someone was interested. FaceTime walkthrough. They're local. They're not local. Could you help me out with that? I'll pay you for the time. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think? Like tomorrow would work?
Probably in the AM.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the afternoon I'm gonna be back to back busy. So the earlier the better. I think I have a meeting at 11:30 with an agent. Crazy enough, I have an agent who actually called me about the property, this one right here, and they were saying that their client was probably pretty interested. But I was able to talk to her a little bit more, and it didn't seem like they had a whole lot of funds for the renovations. But nonetheless, agents are definitely a plug.
Yeah, for sure.
Building those relationships. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, bro, can I take this call really quick? This is a seller calling me back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll hit you right back. All right. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Daryl, how are you?
Oh, hey, Jerry.
Jim's sitting right here, so I'm going to hand the phone off to him, but you're on speakerphone.
Sounds good. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jerry.
Well, my friend, what's going on in the realm of after you've seen the place there on Van Brunt and didn't know if you wanted a second look or
Yeah. Yes, I have to admit, Jim, we were caught a little by surprise when Toddy had walked it. Uh, I just from just in general, we were under the impression that it didn't need as much work as it does need. So I was kind of hesitant to call you back because I didn't want to just call you back with just telling you exactly where I needed to be at, because I feel like that could have been a little bit cold. I wanted to at least have some other options for you as well, other than just lowering my cash price, to tell you where I need to be at, or just just us parting ways. But I wanted to make sure you had some. I point you in the right direction, even if it's not me buying the property. Because like I said, it needs a lot more work, just like in dumpster fees in general, right? Like us being able to get everything out that needs to get out, it's gonna cost a good amount of money, and then just the work that's needed to bring it up to speed to where we can sell it and make a profit. Uh, After my team ran the numbers, they were saying they wanted me to call you back and tell you that we would need to be around $100,000, and I really don't know how you would take that.
Now, I'm sorry that, Daryl, I've had 2 or 3 offers a little better than that.
Yeah,
And I have a standing offer right now for 145 that I turned down.
yeah,
Currently, I didn't tell her no, I wouldn't even talk to him, but I was waiting for a disposition on the radiators. It happened to be the heating deal on the 3rd floor.
yeah.
And
Have they already, the people that made you the offers, have they already seen the property?
I'm sorry, would you please say that again?
Yeah, sorry about that. I said the people who've made you the offers, where you have the standing offers, have they already seen the property?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and they're good to go at that. Okay.
Daryl, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but in fact, they made 3 visits.
Okay.
He really likes the property. This was 3 visits over a period of a few months.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to make a final, his initial one, and he said, "This is as well as I can go."
Yeah.
And I said, "Fair enough. I appreciate you being honest and frank about your interest." And he said, "Okay, let me know."
Yeah. So what are you thinking? You're thinking about going back to take the 145?
Well, it's still an open-ended offer as far as I'm concerned, because they're going to fix the radiators on the 3rd floor, which closes out the heating problem. So we're talking some updating, modernizing the home without any question. But when you do that, you're running into well over 200,000 for that house to be on the market. So I may be misunderstood in that, but that's the feeling that I have. And I've seen a few places for sale that are right in the range of 200,000.
Yeah.
They're modernized. It's not.
Were they on the same street?
No.
No. Yeah, I know. And this is I know you've been in the business much longer than me. Just been my experience in Kansas City. It's really, really pocketed, right? So like I may be able to get 200,000 on one street, and then there's another street a couple blocks over. It may be really hard for me to get that price, or it may take a lot more time for me to get that price. And that's kind of what I was also seeing on this one too. Like I'm hopeful. I'm pretty positive I can sell it for 200,000 or more once it's renovated. But now the question is just how long is it going to take for that to happen? How much work am I going to have to put into to make that happen? So I did have other options that I wanted to run past you, but it sounds like if you already have other offers and people, I guess, standing in line to take a swing at this, sounds like you have everything under control.
Well, I'm still open to an offer. I intend to get the best that I could out of it, but not just to drag it out. The insurance company has really been a stumbling block for me, because I never dreamed that with the amount of insurance coverage that I have on that house and the fact that I've had it for close to 40 years
Yeah.
and have not had any claims, and then when something did happen, they're dragging their feet, not wanting to take care of what needed to be repaired, which again was the boiler and the water service lines, which was a very expensive repair overall, and that has been done.
So what are they saying now, the insurance company?
Well, they seem to felt uncomfortable about the bid for the radiators to finish out, even though a couple people wanted to not even mess with the heating system. They said they were going to put in a furnace and a central air.
Yeah.
But you're talking big bucks there too. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Just curious, would you entertain any type of seller finance offer on this?
No.
No.
I'm too old, Daryl, to really take part in that anymore.
Yeah.
My health issues don't help me any. By that I mean I have cancer, both kidneys have failed.
Yeah.
And I am of an age that I've outlived what the doctors have told me already, without any question. And they just said to me, Jim, we don't know what you're doing, but you need to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And kind of a smile on their face, but it just said, that's real life. I had bone cancer and prostate cancer. It's inoperable. And I've just somehow, with good fortune or something, I'm still here to be able to talk to you. And but I'm getting tired of having the house on the market, to be honest.
Yeah.
And having not been able to finish it up. And part of it is certainly not my reluctance to make a deal, but the insurance company, I've paid them good premiums and had good coverage. I
Right.
have something in the realm of $400,000 of insurance coverage on that home, and for them to try to fudge, should we put $15,000 in it or not, really upset me.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of having all that coverage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you at right now? Are you almost at the point of just saying forget them and just selling it and just taking the?
Well, they treated me. It went the other way around. In January, my policy was due for renewal, and they sent me a letter and said, in light of what we've done so far here in 2024, we're not going to renew your policy. You need to find one somewhere else.
Oh wow.
So that's the thanks that came out of that.
Wow.
But I did find some other insurance.
Yeah. So Jim, just curious. So, what I'll do is I'll tell my team that really only cash is the only option. But if we could still get it done, I know the 180 number doesn't work. But if we could still get it done, I guess what would be the best that you could do for us to get closed in around the same time frame that we were shooting for?
Do you have to talk to your team or the other people, that you said that, maybe we could look at different options? What type of options, would you do? Or
Yeah, so I came up with 3 options. So one is a lower cash option to where we'll still close in 2 to 3 weeks. Still shoot to close before April. That's option 1. And then option 2 is I put it on the market for you and just bring an end buyer who may be out of state, and they a lot of times they'll pay a little bit more. It may sit a little bit longer, but it's a little bit more showings, but I can help with that as well. So I put it on the market, get you your price, and then just have the end buyer pay me rather than you paying like a realtor commission. I don't know if that would work either though, because I think we would still need to lower the price a bit. And then the third option was the seller finance that he already said no to, which I get.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, forget number 3. That's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Still, I mean, even with the other options, the other still talking substantially less cash money, whether it be cash or mortgage. I mean, whatever you guys do with, you know, if you have lines of credit or whatever you do,
Yeah.
it'd still be substantially lower.
It would still be substantially lower. I don't have the exact figure, and that's why I was kind of asking if you all had a number that would make sense for you still. I can maybe talk to my people and talk them up a little bit. Obviously, because I didn't walk the property, so I don't know exactly. I'm just going off of their word and in the pictures. So I know what I can do is if I have a number that works for you that's not 180, I can go talk to them and I can say, hey, this is the best that Jim said he would do. And now it's at the point where we could either do this, or we can bring a buyer, or we'll just have to just cancel altogether.
Yeah. Well, Daryl, the truth in the matter is, though, that I'm not going to give you a number because I'm open to an offer from you. So for me to say what it would take without an offer from you, that doesn't help me.
Well, I did give mine. I was, like I said, I was closer to 100,000 cash. If it were up to me, like that's where I'm most comfortable at 100K cash. So I didn't know if you had a number that you wanted to counter at that I can see if I can get that to work, or if you just wanted to say no and we just part ways there.
Well, it's for sure I have a firm offer at that 145, so the 100's out of the question. That wouldn't make any sense. But you could talk it over with your people if you want to and come up with an offer, and I would listen to it. I'm still open, and that's the best thing I can say, Daryl.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bid against myself in saying an amount and then have you say, well, if you could do a little bit better than that, I'll go back and talk to him again. I want you to be frank enough to say I'll talk to him and come up with as well as you can do. And just say and say here's kind of what we have to live with, one way or the other, and I'll certainly give you an answer at that time.
Yeah, I know. Like I know they gave me that number around, like I said, around the 100. I'll tell them where your offer was at, where you got that 145. I have a feeling they'll tell me just tell him to just take the 145. But I'll confirm and I'll see what exactly we can do if we had any room at all. But if not, I won't leave you hanging. I'll tell you one way or another if we can beat it or not.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Daryl, when can we expect to hear back so that we're not, worried about missing phone calls or whatever?
Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Oh, by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have both of our phone numbers because I know that me and Jim have got some errands to do tomorrow. But we'll be around. I mean, we're here.
Okay, that works. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give a call. It's morning, afternoon. What works better?
Probably in the afternoon.
Afternoon.
Okay,
Thank you.
sounds good. Thank you both. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So, interesting conversation. This is how it's been with this guy since we've been under contract. He refuses to give me a number in any situation. He's a really older seller. He's in his 80s. So obviously he lives and dies by I'm never giving you my number. He's a savvier seller. He's owned this house, like he said, for 40 plus years. I know we have to be closer to 100. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push it out to some other buyers and see if they may pay 160 for it, 155, 160 for it. I'll see if I can get some answers on that. But the good news, he technically came down around $40,000. I feel like if I said, hey, I can do 140, 145, he may take that because I don't think he has a standing offer of 145. I think he had an offer at one point at 145, and and he thinks he can get that again. We have to remember, like, buyers are liars, sellers are worse, right? He already lied to me once about just the condition of the house, right? So there's no reason why I should expect that he's just going to tell me the truth. Is the lady an agent? Because I think she's sweet talking him to keep pushing. So the lady is his advisor. I think she's just a friend of his that helps take care of him. She works at a title company, and honestly, when I talked to her earlier, it seemed like she was working on our side to kind of help figure something out for everybody and just get it off his hands. But I don't know if you guys noticed when I was talking to him, I'm completely fine with us canceling the contract. Like, I'm not thirsty to get this deal done. I would like to get it done, obviously, but I'm so uninterested that I want them to start selling me as to why I should buy it. So it was just constant pullaways. Like, I don't know if we're a good fit. I don't know if we can do this. I don't know if you would even like this. It was just constant pulling away. So I'll see if we can do anything over 140, but I am not too hopeful. But we'll get that done. Nonetheless, with that being said, it is day 1 of 75 hard for me, so I've drank a lot of water. So let me run to the restroom quick. I'll be right back. All right. Y'all some real ones. If y'all stayed, y'all some real ones, man. Let's get this dialer back going. I know one of the things, just a quick thought piece and just quick value piece on this. I used to be so scared to have that conversation that we just had, that just a renegotiation, right? Like, we locked it up too high, you have to go back. But you have to realize that it's part of the business. Just like canceling contracts and deals not closing is part of the business, going back to renegotiate is part of the business. That's the whole reason we have an inspection period. Trust me, I try my best to not have to renegotiate because I still don't like having that conversation. I like to keep my commitments, right? If I say that I'm going to do something, I would like to do it. So it's not a fun conversation, but it's a necessary conversation to have. Okay, when you're talking with a seller, you get them under contract. Because here's the thing, right? I could go see the property first and then try to get the contract, or send somebody to go see the property. But when you're doing virtual wholesaling, you have to pay somebody to go walk that property. You have to pay somebody to go take pictures, right? Everything's virtual, so I'm not there. I have to pay somebody to go walk it, meet with the seller, and it's a big process to schedule all of that. So in order for me to do that, money has to come out of my pocket. And if we don't get a contract, I'm going to get mad because Warren Buffett, rule number 1, don't lose money. Right? That's losing money. That's wasting money. If I just pay for every single person that I talk to who's interested to go see every property that we're close to getting locked up, I guarantee you we won't lock up a lot of contracts that way. So my goal is always to, especially when it's virtual, I will get it under contract and then we go walk it. I'm going to take the seller's word for what the condition is. If it's any different than what he told me and I can't sell it, I have the right to renegotiate, right? So my contract, everything in my contract is contingent on the property being in the condition that they told me that it's in when we got it under contract, okay? And it's okay if you have to go back. Now, where people make mistakes, and trust me, I've made this mistake as well in the past, is I waited too long to go back and renegotiate. I would wait till day 10, 11, 12, 13 of my inspection period. And then it's harder to get a price drop once you're at that point. Because they waited for you, you've already killed your relationship with them. But if we go see it, we get under contract one day, go see it the next day, I'm gonna wait like 2-3 days max until I call them back to have that conversation, because then they're gonna be more inclined to drop the price. As you see, this guy dropped the price. He technically didn't give me a number, but this is what he did last time. He's like, yeah, I got an offer at 145, which means his number is 145. All right, let's just keep it 100. So we came down, dropped him down on his price. We're at 185 under contract. Dropped him down on his price, $40,000. And now I'm going to see if we can move it. If we can't move it, I'm just going to cancel it. We'll just go find another deal, right? So don't get discouraged having these conversations. The best thing to do is just rip the Band-Aid off fast. Rip it off fast. Have the tough conversation. There's millions of dollars that's waiting for you behind that tough conversation that you're avoiding. That's some of the best advice that I could ever give you. The toughest conversations are the ones that you should be having. So like one of the things that I do before I start my calls for the day, I set it up to where I have my tough conversations first. As you guys seen, I started this live off telling y'all I had to make that call. Right? So that was the first conversation that I wanted to have. They just didn't answer right away. Right? So have your tough conversations first. Everything else after that is easy. And then just the second point, the mindset frame to have on that conversation, like I was saying earlier, I'm 100% okay if we don't, if he cancels the contract, if he wants to cancel. I'm 100% okay if we don't do the deal. Because my pipeline's full, baby. We got a full pipeline. I've close to $200,000 in our pipeline that's gonna close in the next 60 days when we get buyers. We have $75K that's already confirmed with buyers, right? So when you fill your pipeline up, you're not gonna feel as bad to cancel contracts or lose deals, right? So just my 2 cents on that situation. Let's jump back on seller calls.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hi, this is Randy. You know what to do.
Let me see the chat. Where's everybody located at? I want to do deals with people who are locked in with the dog pound. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you join the Discord and let me know. Let me know where y'all located. What markets are you in? What markets are we in? What markets everybody in? If you're not in the Discord, click the link below. Join the Discord. David, you're in AZ. We got to link up, bro. Gotta link up, dog. I'm in Maricopa. I'm a little far, but I'm out here. Let's get connected.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Efrain, can you hear me?
Hello?
Efrain, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Man, this guy still has his house listed. I think he has an ovation agreement. He signed an ovation agreement with another wholesaler. Okay, we got NYC, we got Connecticut and New York. Are y'all doing deals in these markets, or do y'all live there? You doing deals in New York? Are marketing in New York?
Hello. I'm not available right now. Please call me back or send me a message. Thank you.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Let me give y'all an office tour real quick, chat. I live here, working my first deal. Pray for me. I'm praying for you, brother. I'm praying for your sister. I'm praying for you. What I will recommend, New York is tougher to do deals. Not because it's a lack of deals, but because attorneys ruined every deal that I had under contract in New York. So what I would recommend, I'm not saying don't wholesale in New York. New York is a great place to wholesale because there's higher margins, right? More people with money. You do get a deal under contract and you do have an attorney that doesn't kill the deal. You can have really good spreads. People wholesale in New York all the time. But I will say it is easier to do deals in other markets, not New York, right? So even if you go upstate New York, it's a little bit easier. So what I would say is definitely keep marketing in New York. Keep working on your first deal there. Obviously, you don't have to take this advice, right? But keep marketing in New York. But pick a secondary market. Pick a secondary market and start marketing to a virtual market as well. Once you pick that virtual market, if you're in New York, a virtual market that I would pick is Jersey. Jersey's a good place to wholesale. Even like a little bit more up north, like Rhode Island is a good deal. Connecticut's good. Or just completely different markets, like maybe Baltimore or like Baltimore's a really good market. Maryland, North Carolina is a really good market. I was working on deals in North Carolina, but wasn't getting any luck. that's something that it's consistency, right? Consistency. I would ask, how long were you marketing in North Carolina? How many calls were you making a day? How many conversations were you having a day? How many texts were you sending out a day? Um, keep going at it. If you're in the Discord, join the Discord and let me know. I'll give you some blueprints and a little bit of game. I can answer some questions that you have as well if you have any. Help you get that first deal. Real quick before we get on our next calls, quick office tour. I don't know how much longer I got in this office because we are in Arizona and we're approaching the summertime. So pretty soon it's gonna be 110, 120. Don't judge me because I gotta clean up a little bit, but we in the garage, baby. We in the garoffice. I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna figure out some type of way to make it cool in here during the summer and just lock in. Just lock in, right? This is where I can literally lock in. So if y'all are wondering where I'll be making calls at, it's literally in a garage. I got the garage door open. The whole community can hear me calling sellers and talking to y'all. They probably think I'm crazy. So if y'all hear birds chirping and kids walking by, that's because I'm pretty much outside. Oh boy, you burning. I'm just south of you. Yeah, it's gonna get hot out here pretty soon. So I need to figure out a way to keep the garage cool. It does obviously wearing a hoodie, but you know your boy cold blooded. You cold blooded. Luis, can you hear me?
Who's speaking?
This is Daryl. I was calling because you had filled out a form about selling a property, and I don't think we ever got to talk. So I wasn't sure if you were still looking to sell the property or if anything changed.
Y'all never made an offer.
Say that again.
Y'all never made an offer.
You said we never made an offer.
Yes, sir.
I just pulled it up. I see it's listed right now. Let's see, you're looking for 149. I'm looking at the land right now. Is this buildable land? Could I build anything on it, or is it more just agricultural?
Just had a bunch of cattle on it, but I mean the next door neighbor is like 2 acres away.
Got it. Have you done any like soil testing or anything?
No, sir.
No. What's your agent been saying? Why hasn't it sold yet?
She really hasn't really told me much.
16 acres. Do you live nearby? Like, were you living on property nearby? I see there's a house not far.
I used to live on the other side, which is like 30 minutes away.
Got it. Yeah, I wouldn't live there because I'm an investor, right? So I would look to make profit somehow. Whether that's subdividing it or building on it. I just don't think that this piece of land is the right one, to be honest. So I don't want to waste your time.
Well, why did you call them? What was the purpose of the phone call then?
I'm calling a list of hundreds of people right now. You popped up on there, so I'll take you off the list. You won't get a call from us anymore.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Do you have any other properties that you want to sell? All good. All good. This is when you call, we can't really hear you. You guys couldn't hear me on that call, or hear the seller. Let me spam 2s if you could hear me. Spam 3 if you can't hear me. Let me know. 2 if you could hear me. 3 if you can't hear me when I'm talking to sellers. 2 if you can. 3 if you can't. I think I said that backwards. 2 if you can. 3 if you can't. Let me know. Let me make sure to put this guy in cold leads. Yeah, he was already there. I shouldn't have called him. Did not know he was on that list. Y'all can't hear this?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 254248449.
Hello?
Hey, James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm still not ready to sell yet.
Sounds good. I just realized I just called you not too long ago. Sorry about that.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. That's funny. He lives on the property, son, because he has 3 more. That is pretty funny. He's like, I'm still not ready to sell yet. He's seen through my game. You know what's actually really funny? Another story as to, and just another lesson as to why just the follow up is so important. You got to think how many these people talk to a day that they can rarely ever they'll rarely ever remember your voice or your phone number. So that specific guy, I was just reading the notes. Me and him got in like a screaming match. Well, he got in a screaming battle with himself. He was like cursing me out about a month or 2 ago because I just told him that we weren't a good fit, and I think I lowballed him. But he was like super angry at me. But we just keep following up, right? And eventually he's gonna be ready to sell.
Please leave your message for 915-799-6065. Please leave your message for
Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, it's Daryl. Give me a call back.
Hi, thanks for calling. The person you're trying to reach isn't available right now, but you can leave a message after the beep. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 830-613-9803 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Mike, it's Daryl. Give me a call back. Who does your Facebook ads and TikTok ads? My partner does them. I can connect you with her if you DM me.
Hello?
Hey, Linda, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Hey, this is Daryl. I was calling about the house on North Ave. Were you still looking to get that sold?
We've painted it and done quite a bit to it, and it's going up for sale.
Oh, nice. So you have your agent and you're getting ready to list it?
Yes.
Okay, when do you plan on?
It would have already been listed, but she had problems getting in the door, so
Oh, wow.
we're trying to remedy that.
Yeah, I think that's why I was giving you a call back, because I think the last time we talked was over a month ago. And I think last time we talked, you said that you were gonna you had the agent and you were gonna get it listed, and I didn't see it on the market, so I just wasn't sure if you were still selling it or what the plan was there.
Yeah, we're trying to sell it.
Okay, how much are you gonna list it for?
We list it for $445.
For $445, so you're looking to walk away with what, like $400 in your pocket?
Probably.
Okay. What would you do cash? Somebody can close in 2 weeks without it getting listed.
What would you do casually without it listed?
It's already listed. Yeah, not really, but sort of is.
Well, how much you'll do cash?
$420.
$420. He says $420.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, just list it. Just list it on the market. I think you'll be able to find your buyer, especially if you painted it. I wouldn't be a good fit in the fours.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think if you list it, you'll be good. You'll be good.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think your buyer's gonna be somebody who's gonna move into it, not somebody like me who's gonna knock some walls out and make it, renovate it.
Right.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, appreciate your time, Linda.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Who, not how. Who, not how. Who, not how. Focus on the who. Who's the right person you need to talk to? Who's your avatar seller?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Who's your avatar seller? That wasn't them. They were not my avatar seller, right? I talked to them before in the past. They it's a secondary home they bought, a vacation home. They're okay with listing it on the market. The reason why I was so like quick to just say, yeah, we're not a good fit is because when I'm looking it up, I see there's $400,000 houses that are selling that are built in 2024, and theirs was built in the 70s. So it's just not a good fit. Who, not how. Who, not how. Who, not how. Stop asking yourself, how do I make this deal work? Start asking yourself, is this the right person that I should be doing a deal with anyways? Not every seller you talk to is going to be a good fit. In fact, majority of the sellers that you talk to won't be a good fit for you. It's like the bottom 10% are good for wholesale deals. Keep that in mind.
The mailbox belonging to 417.
Smove, DM me ads on Instagram, and I'll connect you with my partner. She can run your ads for you.
Hello?
Hey, Hunter, can you hear me?
Together? Is there anyone there?
Hey, this Hunter?
Yes.
Hey, Hunter. My name's Daryl. I received a form that you filled out a few weeks ago about selling this house in Gatlinburg.
The name?
Yes.
Did you still want to sell it?
Well, it's under contract.
Nice. Congratulations. Somebody's gonna live in it, right? They're gonna move into it.
Well, they're going to use it as a rental home, but yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It actually is it's a rental cabin. I live in the mountains of Tennessee, so most of my neighbors rent. I rented for a long time, but
Yeah.
Ended up living here for a couple of years. So it's way too big for me, just me.
Yeah.
And it's been on the market forever, so I finally got a contract. But it is under contract. Still haven't. We've got about 27 days till.
Oh, so this
closing.
is a fresh contract.
Oh yeah, it's brand new. So
You getting the price? You getting the price you wanted?
they offered 20,000 less than I offered, or that I had it listed for, and I accepted that. So.
Well, that's not bad. Doesn't
No,
seem bad.
well, well, it is in a way because I originally had it listed at what it appraised for, which was 1.1, and ended up selling it or going under contract at 935. So.
Okay. And you made sure that they put their earnest money down and everything, right?
Yeah, they've got earnest money. So,
Okay, they paid, like you called the title company and made sure that they paid it. You got the receipt.
My realtor did. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Man, you gonna miss this view at all? This is an amazing view.
I love the house. The location for me, I mean, it's a beautiful location on a golf course, but you're very alienated.
Yeah.
I'm 30 minutes to the grocery store.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So it was great as a vacation home, but when I moved in full time, I knew within 6 months that I would be looking to dump it at some point. But
and I'm sure you got to keep your bear spray handy, huh?
Well, that or raccoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I deal with raccoons. I catch about I trap about 5 raccoons every 2 weeks.
Really?
5 or 6.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
They
will any open spaces, and then I put bear-proof vent covers on. They still try to scratch through those. there's a lot of maintenance involved in these houses in this neighborhood. So
yeah, for sure.
and I deal with a lot of wind damage. I spend between March and September each year. I probably spend $3,000 to $5,000 in repairs.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Everything seems to be under the deductible every time. So like the deductible's $2,000, I end up getting a $1,200 deal.
Man.
So it's
It's not cool. Man, I was looking forward. Go ahead.
You may want to keep in touch just in case. This is the second contract I've had on it. So the first contract went through, but I did get the earnest money for that. They were approved and then canceled the contract.
Wow. Okay.
But it was unavoidable. That it was a family issue. Older couple that couldn't physically do it. So.
Well, I'm hoping that this one closes. I don't ever want to wish that a contract doesn't close. I will say I am a little hurt that we couldn't work something out. I was trying to call you, man. I was calling you like every other day, but whenever I don't know if this is the right number. I don't know. But I called and somebody at one point told me that it was a business and they didn't know who you were.
Yeah, it is a business.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm like, where's Hunter? And they're like, this is a business. I'm like, so this isn't Hunter? Like, what?
It is I have several different businesses that are my streams of income, but I have found over the years that one connected, because I'm not franchised or anything like that. Everything that I've done is on my own.
Yeah.
And I found over the last 7 or 8 years that multiple phone numbers, multiple phones is just
it's too much.
a real hazard.
Yeah.
The only negative to that is I do have several long-term employees that have access to the phones.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get a guy that sounded like a country guy, redneck guy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's Matt. He actually works real closely with my brother.
Got it.
Who also is in business with me. So
yeah. I didn't know if he was messing with me or what. I'm like, is Hunter available? He's like, who's Hunter? This is a business. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I just spoke to Hunter a couple days ago.
If he said who's Hunter, that might be an issue because that wouldn't be the way he would normally say that. Now, if he was telling you it was a business, yeah, he was probably trying to get rid of you, to be honest. He probably didn't even know who you were, thought you were a marketer or something.
Yeah, I was probably, I get it, because I know I was kind of confused because it was just weird how it happened. So I don't blame him.
Yeah, Matt's a loyal. He's been with me for 19 years, I think, and he's a good guy. He's just a little rough around the edges. And, but he's loyal and honest, and he doesn't steal from me. So
that's all you can ask.
These days, that's exactly all you can ask.
What kind of business do you have?
Oh, good God! I've got restaurants. I've got several streaming companies that we do Amazon resales. We do. Hold on one second. I've got some noise in the background here. I've got several Amazon reselling businesses. I've got car detailing business. That if you got Matt, you probably hooked in with the car detailing.
Got it. Got it.
He's the king of that. A couple of wrap businesses, things like anything. I've been very fortunate since COVID, so we've added a lot of different things. We also resell business plans online. I don't know if you've ever seen like on TikTok where it's called affiliate marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got in, and during COVID, I got in the affiliate marketing business for, I started just with my niece. working all my social media stuff, and she's blown it up. Like my niece handles all my social media and CapCut and all that stuff. And I also have what's called a video food business. I don't know if you ever heard of that. That's my main source of income right now.
You said video food?
Video food. It's if you've got money to start it, you don't need a lot. It is once you get it going, and if you get it going correctly, it's extremely profitable. It is basically what I started it as was a food review business in the town that I live in. So I live in a resort. I live in the center of 3 resort towns. So the towns where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in Phoenix.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So I live right in the center of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, which is, there's probably, I don't know how many restaurants we've got now, but we have 15 million visitors a year here. We've got restaurants, production shows, Hall of Fames. We've got things that you just wouldn't believe. And I started doing anonymous reviews. So I started out, because I didn't want my face all over the place, and I didn't want to be the one that had to go out and do these things. So I started doing reviews of restaurants. And I would do about 2 a week. And I got so much feedback from my reviews that I hired other people to do the reviews for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I went in after the reviews were done, and they took all the video of the reviews. I went back in with drones and did drone coverage of the areas that were reviewed. So if I did a restaurant, I did what's called a flyby, where I would fly the drone over and down and in. And then I prepared scripts for it. I hired, I did it for the first probably 200 that we did. I did all the voiceovers. Now I hire actual voice actors to do the voiceovers.
Yeah.
And the restaurant reviews turned into show reviews, business reviews.
Wow.
And now I'll tell you this, they're not negative. There's no negativity at all.
Yeah.
The way we do it is if we have a bad experience at a location, whether it's a restaurant or a business or Hall of Fame or a local show, we do it a second time. If we have a second bad review, then we don't do the review at all.
Okay.
But what happened, and this is where you can make a lot of money, because literally when I started doing this, I literally had no clue what this would do. But what happened was it became like I went from we started on TikTok. Within 6 months, I went from no followers or no subscribers to 150,000.
No way.
Dude, I'm over all my now. From that point, we went to Instagram, Facebook. We tried to do Snapchat, but that's a little sketchy. There are also so many other social media sites that I wasn't aware of that my niece was very aware of and familiar with. And we have on all sites now, I think we have 4.2 million.
What's your TikTok? I want to look this up. This is crazy.
Hold on a second. I'll tell you some more. I'll give you that.
There's no way we're doing a deal together. I'm just really interested in this conversation.
What happened was after it got, I guess, to about the 500,000 mark, we started getting messages from almost everybody in town for us to come out and do reviews. And once we started doing the reviews, I just decided one day, I said, you know what, I'm just going to ask these people if they want to advertise on the platforms. So the issue that we had was, if it's, let's say it's a restaurant that wants to advertise, we don't advertise that restaurant on our restaurant review site, because that way it looks like there's a bias issue.
Right.
We only advertise the restaurants on the other sites, for the show sites or the business sites. But where we make the money is the show site and the business sites. That's where we advertise the restaurants. We've probably got, God, I don't even know how many. I'd have to look or ask somebody. We probably have, I know we have a couple of thousand people who actually advertise on our platforms. And the when you've got 15 million visitors, now it doesn't even count the locals.
Yeah.
You got 15 million visitors. It's been unreal. It's gotten to the point now where I've kind of backed out of it. My son's into it, or both my kids are, but my youngest son's into it more, and he handles a lot. I just got off the phone with him a few minutes ago. The restaurant site is called Sevier, Sevieer County Eats. Now, there are some other Sevier County Eats with different spellings and a Z instead of an S. We are actually spelled as it would spell. And I can send you is this a cell phone or is this a business phone?
Yeah, this is you can text this number.
Okay, I'll send you the links to
that'd be helpful.
Send
Send it over. I'll check it out. That's interesting.
How old are you? You sound like you're young.
Yeah, I'm 28.
Dude, I'm telling you. If you've got what part of Arizona are you in?
I'm right outside of Phoenix, so I'm in.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So one of my kids has, and I just approached me with this a month or so ago. He said, "What if we go outside of our area, or outside of your area? They don't even live here. They live in South Carolina." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "What if we go and set up the same thing in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago?" I said, "Dude, I'm 57. I don't. That's up to y'all. Y'all can do that, and I'll fund it as much as needed. I'm not gonna, they've got their own money too and things like that. But there is opportunity in that, and it has. Believe it or not, this is totally crazy. Nobody is doing this anywhere. There is a guy in Atlanta. His name is, I don't know his first name, his real name. He is actually, he's a radio personality. He goes by Steak, Steak, Shapiro, and he's a sports talk radio host out of Atlanta on 92.9 The Game. Mm-hmm. He also owns a web business called Atlanta Eats. And I actually got the idea from him because I listened to his show. And I thought, what if something like that would work around here? And it is, I'm going to tell you, it is as, if you do it right, and you do it and you dedicate time to it. And when I say time, I'm not talking about quit your job time. I'm talking about your downtime. Yeah. And you get, unless you, the key to making money off of it, though, and I'll tell you this from the start, you need to, even if it costs you money, hire somebody who is very knowledgeable in video creation and social media platforms. If you don't have that, you're going to lose your pants. I was very fortunate to have a niece who just happens to, I don't know, she's a nurse. but she does it.
Yeah.
She's just a social media queen. She's I call her an influencer. She said, I'm not an influencer. I said, well, yeah, you are. Like,
Yeah.
you're all. But if if you did it right in a place like Phoenix, you would probably not work again in the next. By the age of 30, you probably won't be working anymore. I'm just telling you, it's nothing but a gravy train. And my worry though is that eventually, or not my worry, my kids' worry is that eventually it's going to become saturated.
Yeah.
And so if you can get into it, and when I send you these links, just look at them. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I don't have any, there's no territorial rights for anything. It is basically a startup business, and it's all public domain stuff. You don't, up until a year ago, I didn't even have any kind of contractual obligations with anybody. I do now, but it's just primarily because I don't want to do the work myself anymore, and don't have to, so I can pay. It's more feasible financially for me to do it that way, and it's actually easier because they present it to you, you approve it. I still do local stuff like my drone shots. I do the drone shots because I'm the only one up here that can do that. And I can operate a drone better than the other people that work for me. And that's key too. If you do, a lot of people have tried this without the production value on it. And it is, in my opinion, is that if you want to make it, viral, you've got to think of it as you're making a movie.
Right.
Like a Hollywood production. You got to put money in, you got to put the time and effort into making it look like it. Because what happens is, and I know you probably on the internet, so you see every town you go into, somebody's got a food site.
Yeah.
Bob's Eats or Bob's Food Reviews. The problem is with all these people, and they all bitch, because
all right, now this man's chatting. I need to get off this call.
Country where they have, they're called conventions, but they're not really conventions. They're a bunch of geeks that get together. But they all bitch about, I'm not making enough money, or I'm underwater and all that stuff. And every single one of them, it's one thing. And it's the one thing that I didn't want to do when I started it. So I was just fortunate. They want to be the star of the show. They want to be the one whose face is on there and he's going, hey, I'm at Taco Ranch tonight. And, this is a great establishment. They got specialty drinks. They've got all this stuff available. You want it to be like a movie. You want it on it. You can have a voice on it. And like I said, my voice was the voice of all of it for over a year or two. But when I got the opportunity to hire, or the ability to hire somebody, like I've literally got 3 voice actors that they do not work for any, and they don't have another job. I've got one who is a 27-year-old father of 3, and neither he and his wife work. He works for me, and that's it. And they live in Texas. They've never even been to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. I've invited them several times, but they just haven't had an opportunity to get out here yet. So you kind of got to do your, but it sounds a lot bigger than it is. I have literally no experience in any of it, nothing, other than what I've done When I started, I literally just had an idea, and that's it.
That's amazing, man. I'm super grateful for your success. It sounds like you paved the way for your family, and I'm sure they greatly appreciate that. Good stuff, man. Text me the links. I'll check them out. I have a few calls I need to jump on here. So
Yeah, go ahead. It probably won't be tonight. I'll try to send it in the morning. I'm got one deal with tonight. I got a friend coming in who's looking to get into it too. So we'll see.
Whenever you get a chance. Whenever you get a chance.
I will. And what was your name again? Is it Darren?
Daryl. Close.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good deal. All right, Daryl. Good talking to you. I appreciate it.
All right, Hunter. Likewise. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Man, that guy's popping on social media. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty interesting.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
All right, chat. This up here soon. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Miss Yoon, did you sell this property on Osprey yet in Frederick? Hello?
Yeah, it's under contract.
It's under contract. Nice. When are you supposed to close?
We're gonna close at the end of the.
At the end of the month? All right. Good stuff. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You have any other properties you want to sell?
Not at this point.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Bye.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Chat. I'm gonna wrap this one up today. I'll be back. Mañana. We're gonna be making calls, live seller calls. Let me know in the Discord. I'm thinking about like how can I make these calls a lot more entertaining, and just educational as well. So maybe I'm thinking about doing like some reviews, so reactions on other wholesalers, their live videos or their shorts and reels, doing stuff like that, doing call calibrations. So if you're in the Discord, drop your calls that you want calibrated in the general chat, and I'll calibrate them on here as well. Just thinking of some other ideas. If you guys have some ideas, let me know in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, click the link below. It's free to join, and you get free resources that I use every single day to close deals. We have 175 close to 200K ready to close in our pipeline right now, and I use these resources that I'm giving to y'all for free. So take advantage of those. Make sure y'all join the Discord. If you want to learn how to talk to sellers, if you want to learn a framework, if you want to learn the right questions to ask, how to have confidence when talking to sellers, how to take control of all the conversations, grab that $27 closer bundle that's in the link. It's only $27 until the weekend. I'm gonna raise the price, and I'm constantly adding new things into that. I just added, so for the people who just bought it, I just added a seller call vault, right? So there's seller calls where I've closed deals. There's multifamily calls where I had conversations with them. There's a lead generation video, and there's just videos on so much that's gonna help you close $10,000 to $20,000 every single month. minimum. If you're already closing deals, it'll help you close an extra $10,000 to $20,000 every month minimum. So make sure y'all grab that. Click the link in the bio. The price will go up at the end of this week, and I will catch y'all tomorrow on stream.